when I teach pitchers, I find that many pitchers do a great job on throwing the ball. They understand how to snap their wrist. They do a really nice healthy circle. They actually do well when they move into it from the front. And the second they get on the mound, they mismanage their timing in a way that leaks of energy pop out, and they tend to start to force the ball forward. What you want to do is think about the motion in two pieces. Everything to prepare to throw the pitch, so that's every movement up until foot plant or foot touch, and then every movement from foot touch forward is the actual throwing of the pitch. Most often, flaws in the motion happen from how you start the pitch. If I start the pitch with my motion out of sync, what happens very often is that I land with locked legs and end up pushing through the ball. If I start the pitch on time, in a great attacking posture, moving forward toward my catcher, I stay in an athletic position, I hold my attacking posture in the first quarter, I get to circle peak, and at foot touch, I've got good, healthy, open hip position, I have two knees bent, I'm in a place where I've got an angle and a load on the backside, and I can come through the ball, throwing it very healthy. Okay. When I don't have the proper timing and I lack push off my front foot, often I get to the front side and I'm very locked. I jam up, my hips fly, and I've got to push the ball. Let's talk about some of the common flaws that pitchers have in their motion and how the softball power drive can beat them. First off, I see many pitchers with a very, very upright posture and locked limbs. Most often with that, on their backswing, they dump their power to the outfield and they're not able to drive forward in a really athletic three-quarter height position. What the softball power drive does is the only time it's going to make a click is when you're in a good posture moving forward. It doesn't lie. It never clicks appropriately if you're in a bad posture position. So here's what a bad pitch would look like, where my weight might get locked up and I stand up too early. Okay, option A. B would be someone who throws their weight too far back and feels stuck. Okay, what a good pitch does, and to make this click on time, is you want to make sure that your hands are in a place that they've done an appropriate negative move, whether it's a split swing or a side swing or even starting from the hip. You want to make sure that your arm's moving into the motion when you hear the click, and again, you're looking for two heels up, two knees bent, and the body in a great attacking posture position. So I'm going to split to the side, and when it's time to move forward, I'm going to move forward and throw the ball. To maximize your athletic potential in any sport, you want to start by using the power from your legs. That's called the kinetic chain. And in softball, the kinetic chain starts from driving forward from your push foot, moving all the energy through your body that comes from the ground, through your push foot, and out of your fingertips, and spin the ball to the plate. What the softball power drive does, it provides an audible feedback of the timing on which the kinetic chain should start, which would be right here. And it also puts you in the correct posture about your exit angle. We want to use the kinetic chain and exit off the mound going this way. So if I took this ball and I bounced it off of this angle, it would return on almost a slope of 1. A bad return would be if a pitcher pushed straight off the mound and came this way, and that would look like this. Because my energy now will be going in the inappropriate direction. I want to take my energy on time, click, move it forward on a slope of 1 that gives me enough time to move to my catcher, to get my hips open, and to land at foot touch when my arm is about at three-quarter position. If I don't use that and I just drive straight forward, I'll hit too early. And if I drive straight back, my energy has leaked. So again, the softball power drive gives you the timing and the angle of the posture that you need to be an explosive pitcher from your legs. To make this product work properly for you, you should hear the click when you're in this position, or in this position, or in this position. The click timing is inappropriate when you're in a posture that's too upright and your body's moving in any other place besides toward your catcher. So if done improperly, here are some examples of pitches that are not maximizing leg effort. On that example, you see my weight got stuck behind the mound and both legs were very, very locked and my heels were flat. Another example would be actually being unable to make the click happen on time, where I came off of a very locked front side, my posture was way too high, and I lost my energy out of the ceiling or the roof of my motion. Another example, people who actually step forward and don't click at all, which would be an illegal pitch, which is very common, especially in indoor training when there's not a surface from which we can push. That's why the power drive is very effective, because it actually creates an angle that's very similar to what you'll find outside with the hole that's dug in front of the pitcher's plate. So the pitching rule says that your foot must maintain contact with the ground prior to snap. You see a lot of pitchers, because of their struggle and their locked body position, the only way to get out of that effectively is to actually step into their pitch and throw the ball. I find that this happens a lot indoors because we don't have a hole in front of the mound from which we can push. So what you want to look like is in a position where you get your body weight started and it gets into an attacking posture, and then you push and throw through the ball.